Apple TV? Come on, man. I need to pay for another streaming service? I do refuse. You could pick or choose, because I refuse to come along. Clay Holmes broke his leg and still ran to cover first base. And not even that, he pitched to 7 more batters. It is Saturday, May 16th, 2026. We are in Flushing, Queens, New York, and CITI-FIELD, about to play the middle game versus the New York Yankees. I have a Subway Series related story. Not that the Mets played the Yankees, but I did see the Mets and the Yankees play on one day. August 21st, 2013. We saw the Mets in the afternoon and the Yankees at night. Both games were memorable. And in the middle of the game, Jason Hayward came up to bat against Jonathan Neese. Remember them? And Neese hit him with a fastball right in the face and broke his jaw. Then after the game, we drove to the Bronx to see the Yankees play the Blue Jays. And R.A. Dickey was on the mound. The year after his Cy Young season with us, and after we traded him to the Blue Jays for Travis d'Arnaud and Noah Syndergaard. And in the first inning, Ichiro Suzuki got a base hit for his 4,000th professional hit. I am the Mets head, talking all things New York Mets, with a preview of Game 45 versus the New York Yankees. If you enjoy my content, I ask that you please like and subscribe to the Mets Head on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. The Yankees got on board first in the third inning. Singles to Rice and Judge were followed up by doubles by Bellinger and Chisholm to make it 3-0. In the top of the fourth, Spencer Jones led off with a 11-mile-per-hour line drive off the leg of Clay Holmes that would break his leg. Holmes would still try to cover first base on the play. She then stayed in to pitch, walking Volpe, striking out Wells and Trent Grisham. Another infield hit by Rice and a flyout by Judge. She finished the inning and would come out for the next, after then striking out Bellinger to start the fifth. Jazz Chisholm walked, and they pulled Holmes after throwing 95 pitches. He pitched 4 1/3. He gave up 4 runs on 7 hits and 2 walks with 8 strikeouts. An inning of a third was pitched on a broken leg. Austin Warren then came in, gave up a single to Jones to bring in Jazz Chisholm for the 4th run of the game. Then I felt like Mendoza made a bad decision by bringing in Myers, wasted him for 2 innings when we're already losing by 4 runs, especially when Peterson is scheduled to pitch today. That's a game that you need a guy that can pitch multiple innings. And Myers is that guy. I don't agree with having a reliever start 1 inning, then bring in Peterson. I feel it's a waste of that first pitcher. We didn't threaten Schlittler until the 7th, when Juan Solo hit a home run, and then a Beatty walk knocked Schlittler out of the game. after throwing 106 pitches. He pitched 6 2/3, gave up 1 run on 2 hits and 2 walks with 9 strikeouts, somehow keeping his ERA exactly at 1.35. He would be relieved by Fernando Cruz, who gave up an infield hit to Semien and then a flyout by A.J. Ewing. Cruz then pitched a 1-2-3 inning to our 9 1-2 hitters. Kimbrel came in to pitch the ninth. That's the right decision. He gave up a solo home run to Rice to make it 5-1. Then the Yankees brought in Bednar in a non-save situation in the ninth. He walked Soto. Vientos hit into a double play. Melendez singled and stole second. And Beatty got a base hit to knock him in. And then Semien lined out to end the game, and we lost 5-2. But listen, we faced the number 1 pitcher in the major leagues. We didn't have much offense. That's not a surprise. We did have good performances by Beatty. He went 2 for 3 with a walk. Semien and Soto both went 1 for 3 with a walk. Soto hit his 6th home run. Melendez went 1 for 4. And the rest of our lineup went 0 for 18. Unfortunately, Mendoza had to screw something up by using Myers when he would be most useful today with Peterson pitching. Perhaps I'm overreacting, and Mendoza is looking at Braziban and Warren as reliable relievers, but then use them as reliable relievers in important situations, not pitching 1 inning to start the game. Braziban and Warren are short relievers. Myers can go longer than them. We are 3-3 in the last 6, but we have won 7 of our last 11. Our record is now 18-26. We're 8 games under 500. Still last in the NL East, 12.5 games behind Atlanta, who has the best record in the league. We still have the 5th worst record in baseball, just ahead of the Giants, Astros, Rockies, and Angels. The Yankees are now 28-17, 11 games up, still second in the AL East, 2 games behind the Tampa Bay Rays, 4th best record in baseball still. The teams ahead of them are Chicago, then Tampa, and then Atlanta. On the mound for the Yankees is 33-year-old left-hand pitcher Carlos Rodon. He is 6'2", 255 pounds, from Miami, Florida. He has played for the White Sox, the Giants, and now the Yankees. He was drafted 3rd overall by the White Sox in 2014. He once threw a no-hitter in April 2021 versus the Guardians. Kyle Schwarber was picked right after him. Aaron Nola was picked 7th. The reliever Jeff Hoffman was selected number 9 overall. And we selected one of my favorites, Michael Conforto, number 10. This is Rodon's 12th year in the majors. He has pitched 226 games. He is 93-72 with a 3.73 ERA. He also has 1,400 strikeouts and about 1,300 innings. Last year for the Yankees, he pitched in 33 games. He was 18-9. You don't see those numbers very often these days. With a 3.09 ERA, 203 strikeouts, and 195 innings pitched. This year, he's only pitched in one game. He has a 1.62 ERA. He had 4 strikeouts in 4 innings with 3 walks. My suggested optimal lineup for the Mets today with leadoff Bichette at third base, even though he's batting .218. And under 100 this week, he is 4 for 14 against Rodon with 2 doubles and a walk. I think Soto should bat second at DH. He doesn't have a hit against Rodon, but he has 4 walks. I think Vientos should bat third, 2 for 8 against Rodon. Semien should bat fourth, 5 for 26 with a double, homer, and a walk against Rodon. Then Benj should be fifth. I would only move Benj down because it's a lefty. Then I would bet Terren sixth. He's been hot lately. And is 1 for 5 against Rodon. Then I would put in Slater in either left field or right field. The reason why I'd play him in the field and not DH is so that he can be replaced later on when they bring in a righty. And you can replace him with either Ewing or Beatty or Melendez, wherever you wish. I'd bet Taylor eighth, 2 for 6 with a home run against Rodon, and then Brujan batting ninth, playing shortstop. He's a switch hitter, so I would only take him out if you need the offense. Or again, you can replace him with Ewing, Beatty, or Melendez, and still have that lefty-righty switch up. I could also see, Mendoza starting Ewing and Beatty instead of Slater and Brujan, because they are facing a lefty tomorrow. On the mound for the Mets, at this point that I'm recording this, it is yet to be reported, but this is Peterson's spot in the rotation, and he's either been the starter or the bulk reliever, piggybacking off of somebody. And I know for weeks I have been saying that Myers needs to start the games and Peterson comes in after. But I believe this is the exception to that rule. The current Yankee roster is batting .368 against Myers with a 1,295 OPS. Also, another option being Manaea. They're batting .278 against Manaea with an 869 OPS. But against Peterson, they are batting .196 with a 619 OPS. So I think Peterson is the way to go, and look to have Myers piggyback off of him when he can't go any longer. So, that being said, David Peterson is from Denver, Colorado. He is 6'6", 240 pounds. The 30-year-old left-hand pitcher. And then in 2017, was drafted by the Mets with the 20th pick overall. Royce Lewis was selected first. Mackenzie Gore went third. Helio Ramos was drafted right before Peterson at 19. Brett Rooker was selected 35th. And current Mets MJ Melendez was picked 52nd. And we chose Swaggy V, Mark Vientos, 59th overall. In his 7 years in the majors, he's pitched 131 games. He is 37-30 with a 4.12 ERA. 614 strikeouts in 622 innings. Last year, he pitched in 30 games, was 9-6, with a 4.22 ERA, 150 strikeouts in 168 innings. Of course, last year, he had a very good first half with the 3.06 ERA, but was terrible in the second half with a 6.34 ERA. David Peterson has appeared in 9 games this year and has started 5 of them. He is 1-4 with a 5.49 ERA. He has 38 strikeouts in 39 innings. But as a starter, he has an 8.1 ERA. And as a reliever, an impressive 1.69 ERA. That is usually why it's better not to start him. I hear Brazoban is opening today. Hopefully the Yankees will keep all those left-hand hitters in the lineup in preparation for the Mets bringing in Peterson, which they could easily do. Or they could put in all their righties to prepare for Peterson. And then it would have been more helpful to start Myers. But like I said earlier, Peterson is probably the best option to start this game because Myers and Manaea have been terrible against these current Yankees.